Coming up on Juice and Java, it's Autothon. We're live this morning from the annual dance marathon.
Plus, let's go dancing. March Madness is underway. We're breaking down our brackets.
Plus, Nicole and I clipped into a brand new cycle studio in Syracuse.
All that and more. Juice and Java starts right now. Thanks for waking up with us this morning on this snowy Saturday. I'm Nicole Aponte.
I'm Maddie Stelk, and yes, thanks for starting your morning with us. It was a tough morning indeed.
I literally have no idea how I got here. I was holding an umbrella, trudging through the snow.
Yes.
I have a half marathon tomorrow too.
Oh my gosh, right.
This snow has to let
Yes.
up or else I
don't know how you're going to be running in like ankle deep, knee deep snow.
Don't even tell me that.
It'll all be cleared, hopefully. But
hopefully. Well, our Jude Bazerman, he's live outside right now from the weather tech. Jude, can we see this snow light up anytime soon?
Please.
Well, guys, if you looked at the forecast last night, it wasn't supposed to be as snowy as it is right now. With that being said, the snow from last night really just continued into this morning and the early afternoon. The precipitation of the snow is supposed to stop around 2 or 3 o'clock, but in the meantime, the roads are very unsafe to drive on, so just be very careful, be very cautious when driving out and about in Syracuse. Like I said, the plows should come by very quickly. The roads have gotten better since 7 or 8 a.m. when people started to get out and start their day. But again, the ice, the snow, and the slush are making the roads not fun to drive on. Guys, back to you.
Thanks so much. The fact that you just have a coat on, I'm feeling for you, Jude. You're doing great, though. Come back in studio soon. Well, even a snowstorm can't stop dedicated members of our community to dance the morning away at Autothon.
It's just one of hundreds of dance marathon programs throughout the U.S. that raises money and awareness for Children's Miracle Network hospitals.
Well, that's where we find our Maura Vaughn, but one of those hospitals is upstate Galveston Children's Hospital. Maura, you're down there right now.
Maura, you out busting a move on the dance floor this morning?
Maddie and Nicole, while I might not be the best dancer, even bad dancing can still raise money here. It's officially Autothon, and to celebrate, there's 12 hours of dancing, games, and just having so much fun here today in honor of fundraising for the 13 miracle children receiving treatment at upstate Galveston Children's Hospital. Senior Director Grace Braziers of Autothon tells me this day is what children look forward to the most.
We call them our miracle kids because it's a miracle that they are here, and we want to do everything we can to keep creating those miracles. It is the best day ever for them. One of our miracle kids said it was like their birthday every day when they get to go to Autothon. They love the event because it's truly just 12 hours of them getting to worry about nothing else but being a kid. They don't have to be in the hospital. They don't have to worry about being sick. They just get to dance and have fun, and all of them idolize Syracuse University because they grow up in this area. They see the university, they love auto, so like they want to be here, and seeing a group of college kids that care about them is really special to them.
And here I'm with the Farrell family and Miracle Children family of Riley and Crosby. What does today mean for this family?
It's a huge opportunity to raise money for these miracles and to give these kids something else to do out there. Worried about being up there and treatment out there. So a great opportunity.
And Riley, what does it mean for you? What are you most excited to do?
There's a lot of great events that get your mind off of all the worries of like having sickle cancer. And it's something that to give all the kids to do.
What is one thing you wish people knew about sickle cell disease that you would want to bring awareness to?
We have lots of pain at random times, and we can be somewhere at one time and then end up in the hospital the next day.
And what is the best hour of today, do you believe? Of the whole day today?
Midday. I would love to see all of the chorus and all that.
I love it. Okay, well, thank you so much, you guys.
Right, thank you.
Reporting live from Autothon, this is Maura Vaughn. Guys, back to you.
Maura, thanks so much. And we apologize for the slight technical difficulties there, but it looks like so much fun out there. And SU is honoring 8 members of the campus community at this year's Alumni Awards celebration next month. Former Syracuse football star Donovan McNabb will be recognized with the university's highest alumni award for excellence in their fields.
Well, McNabb played in the NFL for 13 seasons. He's also being honored for his work with the Donovan McNabb Fund for Diabetes Awareness. If you take a look at your screens now, this is the full list of this year's honorees, including Amanda Quick, class of 2014, and current SU senior Leandra Tyler. The ceremony will be on Friday, April 12th.
And if you're interested in studying abroad, the directors of the Syracuse programs are hosting a bunch of events next week. Monday, you can meet with the director of the Central Europe program, and Wednesday, you can learn about the STEM program in Madrid. On Thursday morning, the director of the Strasbourg program will be in Syracuse Abroad at Byrd, and later, the director of the Santiago program, which I know is a newer program to SU Abroad, will be in the Hall of Languages. For more information, you can look on your screen and go to suabroad.syr.edu.
The university's Trans Week of Liberation begins tomorrow. The celebration recognizes the contributions and diversity of transgender people globally. Events are taking place throughout the week to celebrate trans identities. The week begins with a closing drive to provide gender-affirming clothing. The university is also hosting several panels about trans expression. The week concludes next Friday with a community knitting group session. Let's get ready to rev our engines. There's an annual tradition taking place here in Syracuse this morning.
That's right, and today is the start of the Cavalcade of Cars show at the fairgrounds, and our Charlie Goldberg.
He's there. He's right live for the show right now. Charlie, what can we expect when you walk into the car show this morning?
Good morning, Maddie and Nicole. And well, it's quite ironic, isn't it? Weather conditions are atrocious outside. It's barely even drivable, yet so many people have filed and packed themselves in here at the New York State Fairgrounds for a car show. It's the Cavalcade of Cars show, an event with over 30 years of history in the state of New York and 3 years of history here at the New York State Fairgrounds. Admission is today, March 23rd, from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. So come on down, bring your friends, family. There's vendors, food, performances, cars, motorcycles, and so much more. Now, my guest at this time right now is a promoter of this event, Roger Humans. Roger, it's an honor to have you here.
Morning.
And I'd love to know, tell me about the history of this event.
Cavalcade of Cars goes back 31 years right now. It started in Hamburg, New York. Myself and my partner Doug, we took over the show about 8 years ago, and we started one here 3 years ago. So this is our third annual Cavalcade of Cars in Syracuse.
All right, now, right behind me, you see one of the many exotic cars here. You gotta let me know, where are you getting all these vehicles from?
Well, you meet a lot of people. You travel the circuit, you go talk to the people out in the car shows, all the small ones and the big shows. This guy happens to be a local builder, and he's debuting that for us, and he saved this car for this weekend. He didn't want anybody else to see it till he got it here.
Well, that's truly an exclusive, but how about the rest of the vehicles?
You got Buffalo, you got Canada, you got someone's up, you got a Niagara Falls person here, so they're a little everywhere. We bring them in, we talk to them. They like coming down, hanging out, and meeting people. They like talking to the people at the show, so it's a good time.
Now tell me about how the community comes together for this event.
My favorite part of any car show is charity. So this year, we're having pinstripers over there, and they're pinstriping artwork, and all the money raised for that will go to the Ronald McDonald House, local, CNY, and when we do our Buffalo one, we do it for a different charity and keep it in Buffalo. So we like to work in our areas that we're at.
All right, that's Roger Humans from the New York State Car Show. I'm Charlie Goldberg.
Charlie, thanks so much. And the Syracuse Jazz Fest is back this summer. There's a brand new lineup of jazz icons coming to the Salt City. The International Jazz Fest will be headlined by country rock band The Mavericks, R&B group The OJs, and legendary saxophone player Kenny G.
That's awesome. Well, these performances will be at restaurants, clubs, and bars throughout downtown Syracuse, Clinton Square, and also here on campus. SU's Orange Juice Jazz Combo and the SU Faculty Jazz Ensemble will also be showcasing their skills. The festival runs from June 26th to June 29th all throughout Syracuse. How great is that? I love jazz.
I also love jazz. You were telling me that you like to listen to jazz music to study, which I think is so smart.
I love it because it puts me in the mood to study. Yeah. I'm ready to focus. But we were talking before, having a jazz bar, I see them all over Syracuse, all over TikTok.
Yes.
Bring one to Syracuse.
Please do, because I was living in New York City over the summer, and I would always see them when I was walking to work and stuff, and I was like, oh, it just looks so nice in there.
Do you know what movie has a jazz bar?
La La Land.
La La Land. And we love La La
So I
Land.
can't get emotional right now.
That ending, it'll ruin me forever.
It also will too. But sticking with music here in the Salt City, Pretty Woman, the musical, is showing at the Landmark Theater downtown. Several Syracuse University graduates are returning to the Salt City as a part of the production team. They credit the university with creating the foundation to get them into this industry.
The musical you can see on your screens right now is based on the 1990 film with an original score by Grammy-winning artist. It wraps up today with 2 performances starting at 2 and 8 p.m. Tickets can be bought online at the Landmark Theater box office. I love theater. Whenever I go see any kind of play or anyone singing, I get very jealous because I can't sing.
Yes.
For the life of me.
And we can't dance either.
We learned that early this morning. We were trying to do a TikTok dance. And
Yes, it was just not working out.
I used to do musical theater growing up, and the only thing I was good at was talking. So this is my career now, and this is what I'm pursuing. So it's very funny.
Yes.
But I mean, you can see this right now. It's gonna be absolutely amazing.
Fantastic. And there's just a few shows left, so catch it while you can.
Yeah.
But a Central New York brewery has won the prize for Best Farm Brewery Beer at this year's New York State Craft Beer Competition. That's a mouthful. The prize went to Coconut Cluster, made by Heritage Hill Brewhouse in Pompeii.
Well, the competition started in 2017, and this year it received over 1,400 entries from over 230 different breweries. Other Central New York breweries that won awards this year include Underground Beer Lab of East Syracuse, Prison City of Auburn, and Talking Cursive of Syracuse. It's great Syracuse getting some recognition.
Yes, it is. And I mean, I'm not a huge beer person, honestly.
No,
I took
neither.
beer and wine. It's a class here at Syracuse.
I also just took wine appreciation. I just skipped the beer.
So. Honestly, yes. I honestly should have done that too. But yeah, it's great that we're getting some recognition here. I know I see a lot of breweries around here.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, Harvey's Garden too, we were talking before. It's like all on tap. It's all self-serve. It's great. But let's get another check of our weather right now with Jude Bazerman. Jude, what can we expect with all this snow?
Well, Nicole, Maddie, thank you. And the snow from outside hasn't exactly stopped yet. The overcast of clouds is going to continue throughout the day. And the snow, again, should stop around 2 or 3 o'clock. But as we just heard at CitrusTV, a bus station in Syracuse has closed for the day because of the weather. So if the snow continues further on into the day than we expect, there could be more public transportation closures. And then looking at the forecast throughout the rest of the day, the temperatures are going to stay the same. Like I just said, the snow is supposed to stop in the early afternoon. With that said, the overcast is going to continue, so just be careful as the sun really isn't going to show through today, so that ice and snow may take a little bit while to melt. And looking out into the greater central New York region, there's going to be heavier snow down south in the state towards Pennsylvania and that Ithaca, Binghamton, Elmira range, but if you're traveling around, the temperatures are going to stay the same. There's going to be snow all over the state, so again, just be careful. Make sure to be cautious on the roads, as again, the plows really haven't been able to get out today, and the roads are still not that good. Guys, back to you.
It's not great to hear. I'm hoping those roads clear up soon. We both drove here.
Yeah,
so.
It's not going to be a nice ride home.
Yes, absolutely not. But after the break, we'll show you a Ramadan tradition taking place on campus.
Stay with us.
Tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
Leaving hot coals improperly extinguished can cause a wildfire.
Hey guys, it's Smokey!
It looks as if Smokey is going to use the drown, stir, drown, and feel technique. After the first drown, a good start. Next, another drink. And finally, a close feel.
Is it cool? Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Smokey, catch! Oh, my bad, Smokey.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
1 in 3 adults has pre-diabetes. That means it could be you, your favorite brother, your other brother.
Yes.
You, your football buddy, your football buddy. You, your plumber,
Breathe right into your foot.
your plumber's masseuse.
Yes.
You, your dog walker, your cat jogger. With early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org.
in the Goldstein Auditorium to celebrate Ramadan last night.
And our Michael Lamore is here in studio this morning. Michael, how are students participating during this holiday?
Well, guys, you don't have to be Muslim to know fasting is an important pillar to Ramadan. Last night, the Muslim Student Association welcomed everyone to join them in breaking their fast during sundown for what they call iftar. Take a look. It's the celebration of Ramadan, when Muslims from around the world fast from sunrise to sunset. But for the community, it's more than just a month of fasting.
So this month is just about bettering yourself, becoming the best you can become, and showing a lot of gratitude.
And one way the SU Muslim community has been doing this is by giving back to those in need.
Just if anyone needs help, you reach out to them, or they'll reach out to you, and you assist them in any way. It doesn't have to be something big. It doesn't have to be money. You can even give someone a smile. That's charity itself.
And the Dean of Hendricks Chapel is saying that this type of Ramadan celebration helps the SU Muslim community shape a better world.
But one of the things that makes me proud about Hendricks Chapel and the Muslim Student Association in particular is that they have resisted the temptation to mirror the world and instead have chosen to model the type of world that we all want to live in.
And when it came time to break fast at sundown, there was lots and lots of food. Yes, you heard it. There were a ton of ethnic dishes that students and members of the Muslim community were able to bond over after prayer and fasting. And it turns out the Muslim Student Association says fasting during this celebration is a demonstration of empathy, recognizing those who may be less fortunate than others. The celebration continues until around April 9th. Guys, back to you.
Michael, thanks so much. Just ahead, the big dance has begun. March Madness is in full swing.
And we're going over our picks for both men's and women's basketball.
It'll be a slam dunk. Stay with us.
Yo, camping buddy. Okay, you guys ready?
Dude, I thought you were driving.
I thought you were driving.
Oh, I never said I was driving.
I definitely can't drive.
If you're high, just don't drive. It's illegal everywhere. If you feel different, you drive different.
Welcome back to Juice and Java. March is almost over, but the madness has just begun.
Everyone has been talking about their March Madness brackets, even here in our newsroom.
Well, our Riley Underwood is in studio this morning. Riley, were there any upsets last night?
Guys, there sure were. Round one of the men's NCAA tournament is in the books, and as always, the madness is in full effect. The upsets have been coming in bunches. The biggest surprises in day one were number 14 Oakland taking down John Calipari's third-seeded Kentucky, and Duquesne picking up its first tournament win in 55 years against Brigham Young. But as it usually goes, Friday was even crazier than Thursday, so let's check out last night's action. 13 Yale versus number 4 Auburn. Yale had a big second half. John Poulikitis hit a three. He had a career high. And then look at this one, Florida and Colorado. It was a big game for the Gators. And then look at this, last second, down 3, 10 seconds left. Give it to Clayton. He had 33 points. Give it to the hot hand, tied at 100 apiece. And then they give it to him on the end. The Buffaloes, In the last seconds, they get it, and then feed the hot hand one more time. Clayton, the last second heave, no good. Buffaloes win 102-100. And let's check out the Dukes and Wisconsin. The Dukes were in control of this one the whole game. JMU wins 72-61. They play Duke tomorrow. And then how about Grand Canyon and St. Mary's? This was a big one. The game tipped just before 11 Eastern last night. The Antelopes went into halftime with a 1-point lead and only extended it from there. Grand Canyon out of the Western Athletic take down the Gales. I'm happy to report I did pick those last two upsets. The others, well, I wasn't so lucky, guys. It's hard to predict, but there's been a lot of upsets so far.
So you have a March Madness bracket, I'm guessing. Who do you have winning the whole thing?
I have Purdue. I can't bet against the big man. 7'4", Zach Edey, 24 points a game, and they dominated the Big Ten this year. I can't pick against them, even though they've been balanced in early rounds the past few years.
People have been saying that UConn is is the best basketball team in the entire country. If you have UConn winning in your bracket, what do you say to those people?
I'd say you're probably in good hands. They've been doing good this tournament. They dominated Stetson yesterday, so I would not bet against the Huskies either. All these teams, anything can happen in March. I would definitely say UConn's a good bet.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm not big in basketball. I pick my bracket based off of vibes and vibes only.
Yeah, me too.
I have Illinois winning it all.
I have Baylor winning it all, and that was
crazy. But
so
with the upsets
random.
we've seen, I honestly think anything's possible at this point.
Sure, a pair of 3 seeds, I wouldn't bet against those guys either. Anything can happen, yeah.
And we have Syracuse women's basketball, who's also in March Madness. Is this typical for them to make it this far?
Oh, no, they play today. They're playing Arizona, who won one of the first 4 games. And Felicia Leggett-Jack has just done a wonderful job with this program, turned it around. It's their first tournament appearance since 2021, and they play today at 3:30. They tip off, and Deasia Fair and company should look to get some big momentum going. They had 13 days to prepare for this one, so it should be fun.
Awesome. Well, Riley, thank you so much.
Thank
We're looking
you.
forward to those games, too. Hopefully, Baylor or Illinois will win just based on vibes, I guess.
The vibes are so important. But when we come back, there's a new fitness studio here in the Salt City.
We clip into an indoor cycling class and learn how that community is doing much more than pedaling your feet.
And we had a wheelie.
Oh, that's good one,
time.
Maddie.
You don't want to miss it. Stay with us.
Did you hear about the pony with a sore throat? He was a little horse. Can I tell you a cat joke? Just kidding. Why couldn't the Why was the basketball court all wet? Why? Because the players kept dribbling all over it. Where do cats go on vacation? New York.
Good morning. Welcome back to Juice and Java.
It is currently 6:42 in the morning. Up before the sun.
Yeah, the sun is not out. It is not out. But Nicole, where are we going?
Cycling class. We're going to cycling class and I'm so excited.
Okay, so we're here now in studio, but it's not our typical studio.
It's the Spoke Studio. Sweat Party. Ready to party with them at a 7 a.m. cycling class.
Yes.
If you can tell,
Shoes on.
we're ready. We're ready to have a party with them. Let's go. Let's go. All right, so we just took a 45-minute cycling class with Frank Squadrino. That was absolutely fantastic, by the way.
Great.
Great
So
energy. What else
Thank
does
you.
Spoke offer here? Like what other classes do you guys have?
We have indoor cycling, we have boot camp classes, stretch and recovery classes, and sculpt classes.
Awesome.
So is this what your typical Friday morning looks like? Are you here?
Me
in the morning
personally,
getting
yes.
up?
I'm here Monday nights, Friday mornings, and Saturday mornings. Other cities have, really good quality spin studios, and we didn't have that in Syracuse. And so Ashley Robinson is our owner. She started in Rochester. She found her love for group fitness in Boston at like the Soul Cycles and the Cycle Bars, and so she wanted to create that for what we, create that here in Syracuse. So the same kind of thing. Come in here, you're here for spin and spin only, or you're here for boot camp and boot camp only, but you're gonna be with like-minded people. You're gonna get the energy that you won't get at just like a big box gym.
Okay, so for beginning cyclers, what are some moves that you kind of need to know when you walk in here?
Yeah, at Spoke, it's all rhythm rides, so everything we do here is to the music. Like literally everything, we're always on the beat, or at least that's what we go for. The movements, if you want to add those turns and then come on out, and we're gonna be all on the same foot, so on your right foot, so it's right, and then for beginners, we always start with a little bit of presses with those elbows, so we drop our elbows with that foot, drop them, so it's all in sync. And if there was music, we'd probably hear the beat, and it would be similar. Then we can go out wide with our presses, so elbows out wide.
I love this one.
Me
This is
too.
my
It's
favorite one.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite move that you like to do?
I actually love crunches in the saddle.
So you guys just opened last weekend and class was packed today. So how has business been so far?
Yeah, it's so exciting. It's been really busy. We opened last weekend and almost every class has been full. Weekends have been full, weekdays have been close to full. So we've had a really amazing turnout and it's been a lot of fun.
So what's the easiest way to join Spoke?
It would be the website, spokecycleandfitness.com, or you can go to our Instagram page. Everything's available through Instagram directly to our website to join. This opening deal is happening through the end of the month.
Awesome. Well, I know Maddie and I will definitely be back,
Yes.
but Jason Java will also be right back in studio.
All right, well, when you wake up tomorrow, there's not going to be snow falling from the sky, which is always good. Partly cloudy, but still with those low temperatures. But looking ahead later into the week, it's finally going to be able to warm up. So you just got to suffer through, to put it bluntly, today and tomorrow. Look at Monday and Tuesday. The sun's going to be shining, no precipitation. It's going to be in the mid to high 50s. And then guess what? On Wednesday, or on Thursday rather, the Yankees and Mets open their baseball season, and the Syracuse Mets on Friday open theirs. So it's crazy to think on a day like today that baseball is going to be played here in the city of Syracuse in less than a week. But guys, I'm just glad that it's finally going to be a little bit warmer than it is today. Again, with no snow in the sky, because it was so bad driving here this morning.
Great news for us. We appreciate the sun is coming out. We're so happy.
I always like when I see that in the forecast. It makes my heart just 3 times as big, like the Grinch.
Yes.
Me too, Jude.
And
Well,
the sun's coming out for a
my
very
half
special
marathon.
day. Your
My
half
half
marathon
marathon.
and Otto's birthday.
Otto's birthday.
That is very true.
We have some early celebrations in order this morning. Our beloved mascot, Otto, is turning the big 34 tomorrow.
And their big birthday celebration is at the Shine Student Center from 9 to 11 o'clock tonight.
How should we celebrate? I think last year, Josh Myers and I made cupcakes in my apartment for one of our Juice and Java segments.
Oh.
And we decorated them here for Otto's birthday. It was great.
I love that. And our Mariah Humiston, who's an alum of CitrusTV, was an Otto. She did such an amazing job with that as well.
I can talk about Otto forever.
I think I got an idea. Get our executive producer, Dorothy Sabo, to dress up as Otto for Otto's
I think
birthday.
we should do that. Well, that's all for Juice and Java. I'm Maddie Stelk.
And I'm Nicole Aponte. Have a great day, Syracuse.